A missed spill, a blocked exit, or one failing piece of equipment can turn an ordinary shift into an emergency fast. In this course, you'll learn how better life staff protect life first and respond with confidence when conditions change. Unsafe environments usually start with small signals: a wet floor near the kitchen, a rug edge lifting in a hallway, poor lighting on a stair, or furniture that no longer feels stable. In other settings, it might be damaged equipment, a blocked exit, exposed cords, chemicals left unsecured, medication stored unsafely, or icy walkways and crowded parking areas outside. You don't need to wait until someone gets hurt to act. Early recognition gives you time to prevent falls, reduce confusion, and keep support moving safely. That is where better life safety mindset begins. See it early, secure what you safely can, and report what needs more action. The deeper work in this module is what happens next when a concern becomes a true emergency, and your decisions affect evacuation, accountability, and continuity of care. If you're scanning a room quickly, start with the hazards most likely to cause immediate harm during everyday movement. Wet floors, loose rugs, poor lighting, broken furniture, and damaged equipment. These are the issues people meet during ordinary routines like walking to the bathroom, transferring, preparing a meal, or joining an activity. A quick scan can prevent a hard fall, a panic moment, or a rushed evacuation through an unsafe space. Now let's shift from spotting hazards to choosing the right action when more than one risk is competing for your attention. Some hazards need extra attention because they can escalate quickly. Electrical damage can spark a fire, chemicals and unsafe medication storage can harm people fast. Blocked exits, outdoor hazards, parking lot risks, and severe weather can change how you evacuate. Lisa walks into a residence and notices 3 problems at once: a wet floor by the entry, a curled rug in the hallway, and an exit blocked by stored items. What should she address first? When hazards compete, use the better life safety priority. Protect life. Remove immediate danger. Call for help, account for everyone. Document and report. In Lisa's scenario, the blocked exit comes first because it can trap people during a fire or force them toward greater danger during an evacuation. The wet floor and curled rug still matter. They can cause a fall during daily routines or while people are moving quickly out of the home. So the order is simple: restore the escape path first. Then remove the trip and slip hazards as soon as it is safe to do so. This is the habit you want under pressure. Not fixing everything at once, but choosing the action that best protects people if the situation worsens in the next minute. Most emergencies are easier to manage when the environment was kept safe before the emergency started. Daily prevention is not extra work. It is part of good support. That means making routine safety checks as you move through the shift. Notice what changed, what got left out, and what could create risk for the people you support. Keep exits clear, verify walkways are usable, and make sure emergency equipment is accessible and ready, instead of buried behind daily clutter. Look for 4 risks before they become incidents: a mat that shifted, a spill in a bathroom, a charger stretched across a path, or a chair that no longer supports transfer safely. When a hazard can be corrected safely right now, correct it. Wipe the spill, remove the obstruction, improve the lighting, or take damaged equipment out of use. When it cannot be corrected safely, secure the area and report it so the right people can act. That might mean maintenance, a supervisor, or emergency responders depending on the risk. The goal is simple: maintain conditions that are safe enough for each individual to live, move, and receive support without preventable danger around them. A simple phrase can keep your response organized. See it, secure it, report it. See it means noticing the risk early and understanding who could be affected right now: the individual you're supporting, other staff, visitors, or the whole site. Secure it means taking the safe action that reduces harm in the moment. Move someone away, block access, remove a small hazard, or shut down unsafe equipment if that can be done safely. Report it means making sure the concern reaches the people who must act next, especially when the hazard needs repair, follow-up, replacement, investigation, or documentation. If the fix is simple and safe, act. If the situation could expose you or others to greater danger, stop and escalate. This is how small observations turn into safer environments instead of bigger incidents. Some hazards end with a quick correction. Others are signs that the environment may no longer be safe to occupy or support within. A loose mat might be fixed on the spot. A gas smell, active fire risk, flooding near electrical systems, violence, or major utility failure moves you into emergency response. At that point, your job changes from routine prevention to protecting people, following the right site procedure, and getting help fast. Everything ahead builds on the same rule. Protect life first, then remove immediate danger, then call for help, account for everyone, and document and report. When fire is possible, your response starts with people, not property. Move individuals away from danger immediately and begin evacuation using the nearest safe exit. Do not delay to gather bags, paperwork, chargers, or other belongings. Seconds matter, and non-essential tasks can cost a safe exit. As you move, keep individuals together as much as possible and use the evacuation procedure for that exact location, not your memory of another site. In a residence, you may be guiding people through a familiar doorway into the yard. In a program space, you may be moving along posted routes toward the designated outdoor muster area. Once outside, account for every individual and every staff member at the muster site. Do a real head count. Listen for names. Confirm who is present, not who you assume made it out. If someone is missing, report that immediately to emergency responders and supervisors. Do not send staff back inside unless responders direct it and it is safe. Better Life also expects readiness before a fire ever occurs. House managers complete weekly fire safety inspections so exits, alarms, and conditions are checked routinely. Service coordinators oversee monthly fire drills and extinguisher checks, so teams practice movement, timing, and accountability instead of improvising under stress. That readiness matters because a practice route feels very different from a guest route when smoke, alarms, or confusion enter the moment. For fire, remember the sequence. Protect life. Remove immediate danger by evacuating. Call for help. Account for everyone. Then document and report what happened. Medical emergencies need an immediate, calm response. Get help fast, share clear information, protect the individual, and stay with them until responders or clinical support take over. Those first moments matter because calm action reduces confusion, speeds support, and helps keep the person as safe as possible. Utility failures like power loss or heating and water disruptions can make a service setting unsafe very quickly. Staff need to assess lighting, temperature, equipment, access, and communication right away. If the environment can no longer support safe care, temporary relocation may be needed so continuity of support is not broken. With a gas leak, life safety comes first. Move people away from the area, avoid anything that could create a spark, and follow the emergency procedure for that location immediately. This is not the moment to investigate. The priority is getting people clear of danger and bringing in the right emergency response. Water damage can escalate fast. Leaks, flooding, damaged ceilings, and wet floors can create slip risks, electrical danger, and structural concerns that make a location unsafe for occupancy. When those risks appear, staff should escalate quickly so the setting can be assessed and people can be protected without delay. Some emergencies are dangerous because they move fast and keep changing. Severe weather, violence, suspicious persons, and larger community emergencies all demand close attention to the environment around you. With severe weather, the safest action may be sheltering in place, delaying travel, or evacuating depending on where you are, who is with you, and what the site procedure requires. Communication plans matter here. Staff need working emergency contacts, current phone numbers, and a shared understanding of who must be notified when conditions change quickly. If there is violence or a suspicious person, follow site procedures and responder directions immediately. Your focus is personal safety, participant safety, and avoiding actions that increase exposure to danger. In a larger community emergency, you may also be relying on police, fire, or facility staff to direct movement, restrict access, or identify a safer location. The emergency type changes, but your priority order does not. Protect life, remove immediate danger, call for help, account for everyone, document and report. That consistency is what helps staff stay useful under stress. You may not control the event, but you can control the sequence of your response. Mitigation planning matters too. When teams review likely risks in advance, identify alternate safe locations, and confirm emergency contacts, they reduce confusion when a real event unfolds. The safest staff response is rarely improvised. It is prepared, practiced, and adapted to the actual setting in front of you. Next, let's apply that thinking to a focused gas leak decision point, where the risk is immediate, but the right first move is very specific. When you know what must happen first, you can act fast without adding new danger. Lisa smells natural gas in a resident's kitchen while two individuals are nearby. One is asking what is happening, and another is reaching toward a light switch. What should happen first? Move people away from the area, avoid anything that could create ignition risk, and follow the emergency procedure for that location. The same emergency can look very different depending on where services are happening. A home, a day program, and a community outing do not evacuate in the same way. What stays the same is the better life safety priority. Protect life, remove immediate danger, call for help, account for everyone, document and report. What changes is the route, the muster location, the alternate safe location, and the communication steps tied to that service setting. That is why staff need to know procedures before an emergency occurs, not while alarms are sounding or weather is worsening. In every setting, know the evacuation route, where to gather, what alternate location may be used, and who must be contacted once people are safe. If you wait to figure out those details during the event, you lose time, create confusion, and increase risk for the people depending on you. So think of service location as the map, not the mission. The mission stays the same. The route to safety changes with the setting. Let's start with residential services, where each home has its own evacuation and relocation plan, and the muster site depends on the emergency. Knowing the location-specific plan ahead of time is one of the strongest forms of preparedness. And when the site becomes unsafe for occupancy, that planning also supports quicker relocation decisions. In supported living and family living, each residence has its own emergency evacuation and relocation plan. Staff need to know that home's routes, muster site, and temporary relocation procedure before an emergency begins. Do not assume one home's plan matches another. The layout, exits, mobility needs, supervision needs, and neighborhood conditions may all be different. For residential muster sites, the gathering point is outside the home in the front yard or the backyard, depending on the nature and location of the emergency. That means the safest muster site for a kitchen fire may not be the same as the safest site for a front entry hazard or another external threat. Once there, account for every individual and every staff member. Stay at the muster site until further instruction unless that location becomes unsafe. If the designated site is unsafe, move to the alternate safe location identified by the plan or directed by responders. This is one reason documentation matters before emergencies too. When plans are current and specific, staff are less likely to guess under pressure. Family living follows the same service-specific principle. Procedures may differ by home and by the needs of the individual or individuals supported there. Good response in a residence is not generic. It is person-centered, location-specific, and grounded in the documented plan. When in doubt, follow the documented plan, protect life first, and communicate quickly once everyone is safe. Respite staff follow the procedures for the residence or program where services are being delivered. The setting determines the route, the gathering point, and the follow-up steps. For day services, use posted evacuation routes and move to the designated outdoor curbside muster location adjacent to the street at a safe distance. Once outside, account for every participant, keep the group together, and remain there until further direction or relocation is needed. Community-based supports require even more situational judgment because you may be in a restaurant, store, library, recreation site, or another public setting when an emergency begins. For CCSI and other community emergencies, start with immediate assessment. What is happening, who is at risk right now, and what is the safest available move for the participant or group? Prioritize participant safety first. Leave the area by vehicle when that is safe and practical. Shelter in place when leaving would expose people to more danger. Evacuate on foot when it is safe, feasible, and leads to an appropriate safe assembly point. Follow facility staff or emergency responder directions whenever they are managing the scene. Then notify supervisors promptly and document according to agency procedure. Now picture a restaurant outing. A fire alarm sounds while staff are seated with participants. Do you wait to finish paying, gather every personal item, or move out using the facility's evacuation direction and get the group to safety first? The right answer is to move the group to safety first, follow facility or responder directions, keep everyone together, and handle everything else after people are accounted for. Community response is flexible en route, but never flexible in priority. Protect life first and build every next decision from there. That same thinking shapes what staff do during a community evacuation once they are moving, gathering, notifying, and deciding on alternate safe locations. The goal is not just leaving the danger area, it is maintaining safety, supervision, and continuity of support after you leave it. During a community evacuation, your first job is to move individuals to a safe location and keep the group together. Separation creates new risk fast, especially in busy public spaces. As you move, follow facility staff or emergency responder directions if they are controlling the area. They may redirect exits, close off sections, or assign a safer assembly point. Once safe, notify supervisors promptly so support, guidance, transportation, or next step planning can begin. If the original location cannot be re-entered, think in terms of appropriate alternate shelter. That could be a sturdy nearby business, a library, a community center, a fire station, or a police station when appropriate and safe. The best alternate location is the one that keeps people protected, supervised, and able to receive support while you wait for direction or transportation. Decision point. If one participant wants to go back for a coat while the group is already outside and responders are still assessing the building, what do? You keep the group together in the safe location and do not re-enter. Comfort can be addressed once the scene is secure. Accountability and safety come first. After the event, document what happened, what actions were taken, where the group went, and who was notified according to agency procedure. A strong community evacuation is organized, calm, and accountable from the first movement to the final report. Once people are out of danger, accountability begins immediately. Count heads, keep the group together, and verify who is present rather than assuming everyone made it out. If someone is missing, report it right away to emergency responders and supervisors. Do not let uncertainty drift while people hope the person appears on their own. Decision point. At the muster site, one staff member says they think a participant may still be inside, but they are not sure. The correct response is to report the concern immediately and follow responder direction, not re-enter on guesswork. Stay calm, keep individuals together, and support them according to their needs while the situation unfolds. Reassurance, supervision, and clear communication matter here. Near misses matter too because they show you where the next injury almost happened. An almost slip on a spill, a blocked exit discovered before a drill, or a loose handrail repaired before a fall all deserve attention. A near miss is a warning, not a non-event. It gives the team a chance to correct risk before harm occurs. When you document, write what you observed, what action was taken, and who was notified. Keep the note factual, specific, and free of guesswork or blame. Instead of writing that a staff member was careless, write that a hallway exit was found blocked by stored boxes at the start of the shift. The boxes were removed, and the supervisor was notified. Decision point. Which note is objective? The one that describes what was seen, what happened next, and who was told without adding opinions about motives or attitude. Good documentation helps the next responder, the supervisor, and the organization understand the event clearly enough to act on it. When an event happens, report promptly. That includes hazards, near misses, injuries, emergencies, equipment failures, fire alarms, property damage, evacuations, and unsafe weather conditions. Some events also raise a bigger operational question. Is this site still safe for occupancy? Or does it now require temporary placement or relocation? Relocation may be needed when a site is unsafe because of fire, flooding, utility failure, structural damage, environmental hazards, or other conditions that make continued support there unsafe. Temporary placement options may include family or natural supports when appropriate, a hotel or other temporary lodging, or another safe location approved by management and responders. Wherever people go, staffing and support continuity must be arranged. The work is not done just because the original building was left behind. Guardians, emergency contacts, case managers, and any other required parties should be notified as soon as practical, so everyone understands the individual status and next steps. And remember, temporary placement is not only about shelter. It is about preserving safety, supervision, medication access, communication, and continuity of support. So here's the full pattern. Recognize hazards early. Secure what can be safely secured. Follow the right emergency procedure. Account for everyone. Document clearly. Report promptly. At Better Life, the priority stays the same in every setting. Protect life. Remove immediate danger. Call for help. Account for everyone. Document and report. See it. Secure it. Report it.